Woo! Was Ric Flair a transitional champion? The time is 1992. The promotion is the WWF, as it was then. This is the 11th of April of that year, just after WrestleMania, and it's Superstars of Wrestling. You know I've been watching the 92 vintage. Whether he was a transitional champion, remember he won it so extraordinarily after entering third at what I believe is the best Royal Rumble there has ever been. He won it there, and then there was the long, who will fight him? There will be 5 contenders. The WWF really dropped the ball on this one because they gave it to Hogan. People went, oh, all right then. By the time WrestleMania rolls round, it isn't Hogan. It's Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, many reasons why this is the case. People surmise that it might well be that because Hogan was going to do, or was doing, films, Mr. Nanny, for instance, Suburban Commando, Santa with Muscles. Yeah, I've brought them to your memory, haven't I? And I'm sorry. Those kind of movies, it was surmised that Vince McMahon thought, oh, I don't really want to put the belt on him or run with that because he might go. He might become a Hollywood star. Spoiler alert, he won't. So, Macho Man Randy Savage takes the place, and we have the storyline of, I was with Liz before you were. All that kind of jealousy. Allegedly, folks, Follux, watchers of Steve Swift's Rambling Reviews, thank you so much, feeds into this storyline, doesn't it? And at WrestleMania, Randy Savage will win by suddenly rolling up Flair and clearly grabbing the trunks, or tights if you're across the pond, and winning that way. And Mr. Perfect is correct, who is the colour man, of course, at this time on Superstars with Vince McMahon. He is a cheater, or a cheat, as we say. It's not a cheater, that would be some kind of animal, wouldn't it? Hogan, meanwhile, is relegated to fighting Sid Justice, who has to turn heel. He was a tweener anyway, wasn't he? And he's given Harvey Whippleman as a manager to do so. Yeah. You've also got Papa Shango in the mix. Oh, by the way, Bret Hart beat Roddy Piper. Was Piper a transitional champion? Yes, I believe he was. Jake was beaten by The Undertaker. And Shango's in Justice's dressing room. Papa Shango never really made it. They gave him an awful lot of stuff. I'll repeat. He was a wrestler who set another wrestler's feet on fire. If you can't come up with something... David Copperfield made a bloody plane disappear, for goodness sake. If this is a voodoo man, then really, he should be able to do better than setting someone's feet alight. Like one of those jokes that you get from the back of magazines. You'll be able to set his feet alight. Tons of fun. So, they're calling Hogan's match at WrestleMania the possible last Hogan match, because he might go, of course. And, yeah, so we've got Sid Justice will soon be facing the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior snorting. That's just at the end. It just does that at the end of the promo. It's terrible. And a match between Sid Justice and the Ultimate Warrior, well, that's something to watch, isn't it? That'll really be something, won't it? Okay, first of all, we've got Barry Horowitz, or Horowitz, versus Owen Hart. Owen is, at this point, the Rocket. Now, he was teamed with Jim Neidhart, and that was only in January time. Now we're in April. He's not teamed with him anymore. Now he's teamed with Koko Beware, isn't he? Well, they weren't called the New Generation, were they? Were they called High Energy? High Energy! That's what they were called. Oh dear. Oh dear, but here he is on his own. And he was a good wrestler, Owen Hart. Really good. So sad to have lost him so early. And, or lost him at any time, but, so sad to have lost him so early in his career. Slingshot arm drag from the Rocket, very nice. He works the arm. I'm looking at my notes here, as you see. There's a leg drop on the arm and a suplex and a splash off the top for a very quick pin. Most of these matches are quick. By the way, you can get the Body Stars, the WBF Body Stars, and who's in there? Lex Luger. Remember, he came that way from the WCW to the WBF, and that didn't quite work for him. And there you go. He's suddenly the narcissist, and then the Lex Express. Yeah. Anyway, Papa Shango is facing Mike Casey. Oh dear. There's a Shango slam with authority from Charles, the Papa Shango gentleman. Elbow drop and a hip toss. And then that shoulder breaker. They should have given him something a bit more incendiary for the pin. Not good. Sean Mooney is telling us Warrior will be there against it. We don't want that, do we? And Hart versus Shawn Michaels. He's with Sherry. So he's trying for the belt here. Now Hart was a little boring in his promo, but he does say, you can bring that little tramp Sherry. Ooh, you're naughty. And apparently, the big boss man put this gentleman behind bars. We haven't seen him yet, but Nails is coming, folks. He said with a laugh in his voice, 'cause it ain't good. It simply ain't good. He's got that treated voice thing, hasn't he? Right, Duggan and Slaughter. I'd forgotten these were even a team. I hate that I've been reminded of it. Slaughter doesn't seem really... all the shenanigans and all the dancing around doesn't seem very happy with that. And they're facing, I don't know, somebody called Stevenson. But, yeah, there's a Duggan slam and a clothesline. Vince and Perfect are just talking about the photos of Liz and Flair and all that. They've been doctored by you. You cut macho out of them and put that... Really? Oh, shocking. Poor clothesline from Slaughter. Really, as if he's not really interested. And then a Duggan clothesline. He's far more energetic. And that... oh, not even the 6-point stance. Not the 6-point, 4-point stance. They've got to get a 6-point stance, isn't it? Yeah, doesn't even get that. It ends with the clothesline, if I remember rightly. So poor. And here's update from the WWF magazine with Gene and telling you about the WWF fan club. We see the footage of Savage beating Flair. Perfect says it was a handful of trunks. It is, but I also thought it wasn't a 3 count. I thought it was 1, 2. Yeah, there you go. I thought it was that. Flair and Perfect are interviewed, and Flair seems really calm. It's really well done. You wouldn't expect that. You'd expect him to be shouting it up. But he doesn't, and it's beautifully done. Now, Dale Wolf is facing Shawn Michaels with Sherry. Shawn takes his time. Sherry's talking to him. Wolf pushes him. Shouldn't do that. There's a Shawn Michaels slap, and he bails. And then as he comes back in, he gets back in the ring and smacks him one. Nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, back suplex, and gets a pin from a back suplex. You need to give him a better... I mean, it's the super kick, isn't it, eventually, I think. But you need to give him a better finisher than that. And his finisher, your finisher, Shawn, will be the back suplex. Hey? Can I not do a super kick? No, the back suplex is the way to go. Okay. Now, later on, the Beverly Brothers with the Genius are going to tell us that LOD, who had the titles and now don't, because Money Inc. have the titles. I thought they were around in 1993. I thought it was then. But no, they've got the titles already. And the Beverly Brothers will be telling us, Bo and Blake, will be telling us that they have the titles, now they don't. They're on the way down. And they're facing the Beverly Brothers. So they must be. They've got Paul Ellering here, who's doing his kind of I made loads of money in Wall Street thing, with a rolled up newspaper. And they're in some kind of back alley. We're okay here. We like it here. We've gone back to our roots. And then Paul Ellering says how, what a gritty and dirty team they are. And he finishes with, you will never get the best of us, only the worst. I don't think you mean to say that, considering they're not really doing very well at the moment at this point in the WWF. You'll never get the best of us, only the worst. All right then. Talking about the worst, it's the Mountie. He can make people shout at him and scream at him with, I'm the Mountie. That's all he needs to do. was a great character. And of course, you're going to have We're Not the Mounties when he forms the Quebecers, aren't you? He's facing Bill Golden. He's here with Jimmy Hart. And there's not much to tell you about other than he gets a pin from a drop kick. This is the programme of bad finishers. And Sonny Trout will face The Undertaker. This is your final match. Sonny Trout, really, Vince and Mr. Perfect don't bother about the match. They just go for lots and lots of fist jokes. He's got him hook, line and sinker. He really reeled him in. Stop carping. All that. I don't think that one's used, actually. I'm going to school you and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty good. It goes on for ages. So you don't see him walking the ropes. The Undertaker, that is not Sonny. He doesn't do that. And a quick tombstone. And he's going to be fighting Papa Shango. Which won't stop his momentum, thank goodness. So that's the end of the wrestling for you, folks. The Bulldog says that Repo Man stole his car last week. And the joke's on you, Repo Man, because it was a rental. Ha 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 ha. Well, Bulldog, you still got to pay. If someone steals your car, you still got to pay. Oh, shite. Yeah. Still got to pay, mate. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Then we've got Piper's Pit. It's going to be back next week. I can't wait. This was bloody awful. But you know what? It reminds me of when I used to assiduously watch WWF. And I kind of enjoy that, even though I know it's bloody terrible. Ta-ta.